Okay, my question is, how do you get over, um, I'm 58 years old. I have an 81-year-old father that's in the beginning stages of dementia. His wife doesn't want me to help him, and I'm kind of walking. I'm kind of walking away because she's making it very difficult for him. So he's really asking me to step back. And I was estranged from my family for years. So it's how to walk away and not feel that guilt of when you see a vulnerable parent and there's nothing you can do about it.
Let me clarify something. It doesn't sound like you're walking away. It sounds like they're asking you to not come.
Correct.
So let's, when I saw your question up on the screen, it says, how do you walk away? How do you leave without guilt? Is that kind of what you're worried about?
Yes, I see him extremely vulnerable, and I also have a sister that's disabled from a car accident that was a drug addict, and I became POA for both of them, but it is a very toxic. I mean, you've got one that was an addict that still has addict behaviors, and then you've got one that he's on his third marriage, and his wife doesn't want anybody involved, and they're old and vulnerable. So yes, they don't want
Well,
me to help.
is she
I was
is she?
helping.
But he has asked you to not help because it makes it better for him with her if you're not involved.
Correct.
And when he's saying that, is he in his right mind?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'd take the guilt off the table.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
that's that's not really that's not, I mean, you're perfectly willing and able and want to come help. I mean, it's sort of like God, right? God wants to come help,
Yeah.
and people say, "Well, I don't want your help." Well, he doesn't feel guilty when he gets rejected.
Yes.
So that's kind of a carryover, I think, from the dysfunctional family stuff that I think it'd be good for you to be healed of that guilt. What you're talking about here is you got a dilemma of how do you respect your father's wishes when you think it would be better for him if you were involved.
Correct.
Right. And so sometimes, and you said he's in his cogent mind when he makes a choice, and no, it wouldn't be better for me if you are, even though I want you involved, I got to live with her. I guess that's what he's saying.
Yes.
Are you still the power of attorney for him?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
Yes.
So you are involved.
Well, my thinking is they've done nothing to revoke it. So my thought is just leave it alone. I'm not like, he's not incapacitated, so it's not like I'm abandoning and leaving him. I don't know the legal ramifications of that, but it's more.
Okay. I would find those out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Is she, do you fear that she's not gonna take care of him? Is he gonna be in danger if she's the one watching out for him, or is she just a cranky, witchy kind of behaving person, for
Yes
lack of a
and
better
yes.
word?
Yes
Oh, so
and yes.
you have material issues that you are concerned about.
Yes, medication, doctor's appointments. I know they're
So
missed.
she won't do all of that.
She can't either.
But he can't. She's not really taking care of him. But you said he's still in his right mind. So here's what I would do, Darlene. I would really go. I think on the emotional side, if he's asking you, look, emotionally, relationally, just kind of, at least for now, just let it be her or whatever. I think the guilt thing, you can feel fine about that. What I would do is I would go talk to a good family attorney to figure out, if you think at some point, you said right now he's fine, but at some point, if you think that his care is really being, kind of endangered there, then there are legal things that you can do to make sure that he's being taken care of correctly. So I'd go find kind of the legal standing ground on that. The emotional side, I think you can not worry about the guilt because he's asked you and he's in his right mind and all of that. Then okay, you don't want my help, you don't want my help, but you do care for him, and I'd go find the legal standing. There's conservatorships, there's a lot of different laws, a lot of different states that if he's not being taken care of at some point in the future, then you do want to be able to be standing on solid ground to make sure your dad's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. I did find out, I'm from Texas, and we had that snow craziness, and he happened to be with me during that time for 2 weeks. And it was a very difficult, I'm so glad he was with me. But I did learn
I wish
that
I
it
had
would be,
been with you. I was locked away at that time and down in Austin, and we didn't have power or water or heat or anything for 9 days. I should have come to your house if you guys are okay.
no,
But
I
anyway,
was using pool water to flush toilets, and we were out of
I know,
electricity. Yeah, no, we went through the whole thing.
I know.
But so I learned in that 2 weeks, it would be very, very, very difficult for him to live with us with this. It's a little bit of a crazy cycle that he goes through, that he's on his third marriage. And he did this with my mother. Now, my mother was
Yeah.
just as bad as this wife. So he has the tendency to choose women that are very almost abusive to their husbands. It's very
Yeah.
interesting, but he wants to go back, and he wants to live in that. And so it's hard for me to understand why he would choose to live in that environment when he could have just even a safer. But so I am having to face the fact that he could injure himself, and I need to, I guess, in a way, be okay with it. And that's what I'm processing, because I can't save him.
No, you can't
And
save
I'm
him. I mean,
talking,
you could save him if there was anything destructive going on now. But what you're saying is that he's in his right mind. He's saying, "No, I want to go do this and this and the other."
yeah,
I would just say, since it's okay now, and that's what you're saying, he's not being abused or anything. What I would want to do is I say, okay, well, go live with her, and I'm here if you need me, But I would also want to find out what my standing is to be able to reach over the fence and take control. And there are,
yeah,
you could, if she ever did start not taking care of him, there's elder abuse and elder neglect laws and things like that. It's not happening now, but you could watch for that. And if it is, all you got to do is call and report it.
I would almost like to never go back, and just check out and not even know whether he's doing well or not. And that's also part of,
Oh,
I personally have done better away from my family. So it's
okay.
out of obligation. So where does
Well,
that work in the guilt?
I would, I'd throw the word never away. He's asked for it, it's better for you and all of that. And things change and you deal with things as they come to you. So,
Okay.
just understand that emotionally right now, he's rejected you. You're trying to help. You go live your life and be as healthy as you can be. And that's the way I would do it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Blessings to you. Thank you for what
All
you're
right.
doing. If the pandemic did anything, it was great, because it got you on YouTube doing this call-in show. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It has been it's been a great experience for me as well. So thank you.